All right. So because of experience, I want to let you see other things that are possible through domain.com. First off, you can see that your domain can be placed here for you to see that it is expiring soon. And also in your list, you will know the date of expiration. And what you can do, you can manage it by clicking on it or clicking on this. So let me use any of them. So I click here to manage, and I can look for where I will do my renewal. So this should load. All right. So domain.com, they made some changes to their interface. And so this is what we have. So what we are looking for now is where to renew this domain name. Sometimes during renewal, sometimes during renewal, in the past, from what has been happening, sometimes there are certain errors that's coming. That is why I said, because of experience, I want to show you what is possible, what else is possible to do in domain.com. So assuming you want to do something, and now that they have changed a lot of things in their interface, a lot of things are hidden and you have to find it. You have to find it. Okay, so when it comes to transfer, this is where we do transfer. I can request for the auth code. I don't know if in this class we spoke about domain transfer. There's something called domain transfer. You can transfer your domain to someone else. To transfer your domain, you need to make sure it is unlocked. You need to request for the authorization code or the EPP code. They are all in the videos. Then you give it to someone else and the person continues the process. Also, if the person is also on domain.com, you can just change accounts instead of transferring, because usually transferring means from domain.com to another registrar. All right. So in case what you are looking for is hard to find and you are searching and you cannot find it, what you can do is to click on this chart. Once you click on this chart, it says, thank you for, all right. So this is an AI responding to you. I'm going to click on help renew services. Are you looking to renew or discontinue a service? Renew. So this is an AI response, but I will try and speak to someone or chat with someone. May I please have your first and last name to provide you to an agent? First and last name. What is the domain associated to the account you are contacting us about today? If you do not have a domain, type pass. So our team, thanks for our contacts, for our team to quickly begin researching. Please describe your issue. All right, so I want to renew this domain. Okay, so let me get you someone who can help you. Please note, once our agent has completed assisting you, we would like to invite you to complete a brief survey on your experience today. All right, so you are chatting with an AI, but then someone else, a real person will come and assist you. And this happens a lot. That is why I'm taking the time to show you, because sometimes you may want to do something and you will not find it. GoDaddy has the same support, and any issue you are having, you can chat with them and get it solved. All right. So So someone is trying to contact me. Hi, Darlington. I'm Kamtesh, and I'll be assisting you today. I hope you are doing great. So yes, I'm doing great. Thank you. I recognize that you have concern regarding renewing the domain. I will do that. I will do all I can at my end. Please let me pull up the account details. Please allow me a moment. All right. So whatever you are trying to do that is difficult for you, once your domain is registered on domain.com or GoDaddy, you can chat with them and explain. There are people there who will help you, all right, who will help you. Even when your website starts working and you have an issue, so long as your domain is there, they can at least point you in the right direction, point you in the right direction, or offer to assist with certain things. Especially if you are hosting with them, they will have a lot of time to go into your account and help you. Okay. So when he returns, I'll hear a bell ring and I will know. Okay, so I just had a bell. All right, so they want to be sure that I'm the owner of the domain. Sometimes they will ask you a question to check if you are the owner. You have to provide the answer in their system. Since they came up with a new system, they are now sending verification codes. So I'm checking my mail to see if I've received the verification code. All right. So they can process a renewal from their end for you because your card is already in their system and they can process the payment from their end. If something is wrong, they will tell you and you'll find out what is wrong and they will help you fix it. Or you check whatever went wrong and you go ahead and fix it. Let me check. All right. So a little thing that should come to your attention now is that during renewal, you realize that the renewal amount changed. So the thing is, when you are buying the domain, there is the purchase costs and it is usually given, you are usually given an offer to go ahead and register. But when it's time to renew, the renewal cost will also be different. So that is it. Sometimes we have coupons for renewal, but for a process like this, I've never applied coupon before. And I didn't see a direct renewal button here. That is why I contacted them. For the past 2 years, they've had an issue. They've had an issue with processing the renewal from the client end. So for some time now, you contact them like this and they will process it for you. So the only thing is that your card needs to be active and your card is already in their system. So they will take authorization from you to process it. Once you authorize it, then they'll go ahead and do it. Okay. So this is something you can use. If you have a domain.com or godaddy.com, you can do that. So the domain is renewed. We no longer have an issue of that domain needing renewal. All right. So good evening, class, and welcome everybody to this session. In this session, we want to look at your work. We want to see what you've done. In the main training program, the goal is to ensure that you have the technical skills that you can apply at work. And so as we provide training, we are going to ensure that your skills are, you are also acquiring the skills. So we are going to inspect everybody's work. This will allow us to assess where you are, what you are doing, and how you are understanding things. And so everyone will be sharing their work with us. And what I'm going to inspecting, I'm going to inspect the website you have created. And the website you have created, the details has been shared with you. We should see your logo on it. We should see H1 on it, just like we created yesterday. We should see a navigation bar. We should see a paragraph of text, an image, and a video. We should see CSS in your work. So it's going to be HTML and CSS, and we'll inspect how that work is done. When you are done, you will show us how you uploaded your work, because your work should be uploaded. So if you watch the day 6 video, we learned how to do the upload. I want to know if there's anyone in the class who doesn't have their hosting done. If you have registered and pointed the name, the domain to the name servers, but your hosting is not done, I want to know in the class if anyone is like that. You've not received your hosting details, but you have registered all right, and your name has been pointed. So let me know in the chat if you are unable to log in. That is a different issue. We'll be addressing that. But then we want to know those who have their domains but have not received a hosting account. So if there's anyone like that, let me know in the chat, and then we will know what to do. All right. So I'm going to share my screen, and then we'll go through one or two processes. Okay. So let's do this now. All right. So I'm seeing one domain in the chats, and it is possible that name is not yet posted. Prosper ng elect. If you have already submitted your domain, you cannot submit another one. Ng elect. Let me check if the ng elect is registered. So Prosper, did you register at domain.com or GoDaddy? I want to be sure. Domain.com or GoDaddy. Just type it in the chat for me. Let me see. All right. Already registered, domain.com. All right. So let me actually use that. The hotel sat is already hosted. So your details should be with you. So I'm going to use the NG EN elect, or was it neglect? NGN elect. Let's just use that. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you the WHM that I am using. Now, this WHM I'm using is a special one that was given by a company called Host9. So Host9 is no longer selling reseller hosting, but then for their old customers, they still maintain their account. So this is my Host9 account from a very long time ago, one of my Host9 accounts. So what is going to happen is that this account here is my version of WHM because the company has customized the interface. But then this is exactly the same as a WHM that you use. So I believe you've all seen the interface. You have not gone into the details, but at least you've seen how the WHM should look like. So last time we talked about the port number of WHM, and we said the port number of WHM is 2086. I believe you remember that. If you have an IP address and you enter 2086, it should open a WHM interface. This WHM interface, if you have the details and you log in, it is going to display a little similar to how the cPanel looks like. It is a little similar to how the cPanel looks like. Just a little different, but similar to what the cPanel looks like. So let me try and see if I can get the interface on Google for you to see. So I'm going to open this image. And what you are seeing here, this is how a typical WHM looks like. So this is where you manage the server. Again, WHM is only for web host managers. What it means is that if you do not have a reseller, VPS, or dedicated, you don't have access to WHM and you don't need access to WHM. WHM is not used to manage a single website. WHM is used to set up hosting accounts. I realized that some people were trying to log into their cPanel with WHM. You shouldn't use WHM to manage your site. WHM is only for resellers. This means if you have WHM, you are the one to create hosting. So this is a typical interface of WHM. What I am having here is a special WHM that the interface has been customized by my Host9 company. All right. Now, inside the WHM, you can set up packages for your hosting, how you want to sell. So if you watch the video, we've explained all of these into details. If you want to create hosting accounts, you can create hosting. If you want to suspend an account, you can do that. If you want to modify password, you want to upgrade an account, you can do all of that. Now, I'm going to click here and I'm going to take you through the process of creating a hosting account. So this you will do exactly in WHM. This is my version of WHM. So in WHM, there is an area among the list here. When you scroll down, you see create account. All right. So this allows you to manage the entire server. It's a very powerful system. So here I can create a hosting account, and the hosting account I'm going to create is this NG, and I believe Prosper has done the pointing of the name servers. So I'm going to type the domain name here. And what I'm doing now is creating a hosting account for a website. So I type the domain name here, telling the server to create an account for this domain. Then I create a username. Usually when you are creating the username, you use the first 8 characters of the name. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first 8 characters of the domain name should be the username. If the domain name is not up to 8 characters, let's say the domain name was this, I'll still use 8. So I'm going to type this, and this should be 6, but I'll add .co, just co, meaning I'll pick the rest from here. All right, so this is what I would have used if the name was not up to 8. Now, this name, username you are using is going to be the name that is registered on the server for the account, and it's going to be created for this domain. Here, the web host manager should have an email that manages all hosting accounts, okay? So an email that manages all your hosting accounts should be here. I have a special email I use, direct all hosting issues. So you type the email you use to manage hosting accounts here, whatever it is. Then here you create a password for the hosting account. So let's create this password. What I'm doing is not logging on to a website cPanel, but I'm now setting up a hosting account. So if you're a hosting manager, this is what you do. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to create a password. I'm just thinking of the password to use. So let's say server for Prosper at 247. All right. Just make sure it has all the 4 elements and it is the password. And it will change it later on, but then I'm using it here. Then one of the reasons why this web host manager is the best is that it provides me several regions to set up the server. This I have not seen anywhere else. With all the years I've been doing this, I've never seen any company that gives you a reseller account and allow you to set up the server at different regions. So the regions you see here are regions where the data centers are located and the availability zones like we saw in the industry expert session. So I can set up this server in US Central, in UK, in US West, US East, in Asia, Netherlands, Canada, Asia, Sydney, and this is so powerful. Apart from this being so powerful, anywhere I set up the server, it is not going to, let me tell you something. When you set up a reseller account, you are given one server that you put all your customers on. With this thing you are looking at, my hosting account is spread on multiple servers, more than 100, almost up to 1,000 servers. Because the moment I create this, here I choose a package. So depending on the package you are selling, if you are selling hosting, you choose a package. We've explained it in the day 6 video. So I'm creating the hosting now. When this is done, the hosting account is created. The beauty of this and the power of this is that you are going to see that this is hosted on a different IP. If I check all the hosting accounts I've created, you're actually going to realize that each one is on a different server. So as I'm selling hosting to my customers, the customers are all placed on multiple servers. This means if anything happens to one availability zone or one data center or one region or one server, it doesn't affect the rest. This is a unique infrastructure that is different from all the hosting services I have witnessed. And that is why this is very, very good. Now, anytime you create a hosting account, the server should provide you with some information. The first information you need is the IP address of the server, because this is what you use to log on to your server. Who can tell me the port number of cPanel? If you know the port number of cPanel, I'm sure we talked about it in class. Please put it in the chat, the port number of cPanel. I don't think that's a video we missed or the lesson we missed, but it's in the video. So the port number for cPanel is 2082. With 2082, now that I have the IP address, I can log on to that server now. So Prospect's account is ready. You enter this. So what I'm doing now, I'm showing you exactly how to access your server. When the details are given to you, type the IP in the URL. For now, don't type the domain name, don't type anything else. When it is connected using the name server information, you can use domain name, but technical people connect to servers with IP address. Once you type the IP address, you type colon and the port number to cPanel. Don't type 2086 because 2086 is for WHM. I saw a lot of people trying to connect to their account with 2086. No, you need 2082. Once you do that, it is going to open to the cPanel portal. Now that you are here, you are supposed to provide the username. So the username is here, the username and the password. I copy the username from here. I paste it here. So this is exactly what you will do when you are accessing your hosting account. Then the password, you paste it here. Please, when we send you these details, don't type them. The reason why you are getting errors is that you are trying to type. And when you type, you make a mistake. There are some sensitive details that we don't type, we copy and paste. So I myself, you saw that I highlighted, I copied, and when I come here, when I come here, I'm not going to type, don't type, just paste. Once you paste, you see that it will work because you copied the correct details and you pasted it. So now that I've done that, I have successfully logged on to the server. I am in now, so I can put my website online. Now, watch this. Once you set up a hosting account, the details are given to you by the server. One of the very, very important details you need is a DNS name server information. This name server information, that is it over here. This name server information, you are supposed to go back to wherever you registered the domain and link the domain to this server using the name server information that your server gave you. Because your server gave you these details, you go to domain.com where you registered it. After you log in, you see this interface, this dashboard. So click on domains. It will load all your domains for you. Click on the domain you want to work on or your domain. Once you click on it, you scroll down, look for advanced tools, click on it, and then you can see the name server information here. If this is not what you are supposed to have, this is what everyone is supposed to use. If you don't have that, click on manage, click on continue, and then type it here. So once you get your details, this is the first thing you do. And I've already mentioned that whether you have gotten your details or not, you should do this. Again, I am not typing and pasting. I'm not typing, I am copying and pasting. There are some sensitive details that we are not supposed to type. Moving forward, sensitive details, you copy and paste. Then you click on save and it will save it. Once it is saved, your domain will start connecting to your server. This is where step 1 and step 2 come together. Without the name server information, domain and hosting have nothing in common yet. No matter where you registered the domain, even if you registered from the same company, until the name server information is provided, the domain will never connect to the hosting server. This means you cannot access the website. So Prosper, I want to find out if you have used the name server information. If you have entered the name server information, I want to find out, Prosper, if you have entered the name server information in your domain. All right. So if you have done that, I want to know. I don't think it's even in the class. All right. If you have done that, then your name should start connecting. If you did it the moment you registered the domain, it's going to connect faster. But if you did it later on, then it will take time to connect. And if there's anyone here who has not connected their name server, everyone is using the same. So you type the same name server information here, ns1.pddns.net, ns2.pddns.net, in your account, your domain name. If you registered with GoDaddy, go and look for the name servers of GoDaddy, the name servers GoDaddy provided, and look for edits. Edit it and replace it with this. Until you replace it with this, your website will not work. All right. So Prosper, welcome back. I want to find out if you have entered the name server information. Did you enter the name server information in the domain name when you registered? If not, please do that now. All right. So now that you've logged into your cPanel, you can upload your website. We've been here before. You upload using your file manager. When you come to file manager, I mentioned that there is one folder that is open to the web. One of the folders here is a window to the web. That is where people land when they visit your website. When someone visits your website, they don't go to this folder. On the server, there's one folder that is used as the folder where the world will see when they log on to your site or when they visit your site. That is a folder you should upload your website to. If you don't know this, then you are going to upload your website in the wrong directory. This is a very sensitive thing, and so you need to upload your website in the right directory. Who knows the right directory where your website should be uploaded? Again, this space you see here, you can create a folder here. You can put anything you want here, but anything you put here is not online. Anything you put here is private. Anything you put outside here is outside the reach of the world. No one will see anything you put here. If you want something to be seen by the world, there's one directory that you put in. Who can tell me the name of that directory? Solomon says it is public HTML. This is the most powerful directory here. This directory is a window to the World Wide Web. That is why you see the web over here. If you have a website to put on this server, this is where you put it. If you don't put it here, the world will not see it. So I'm going to double click on this and it's going to open. This area is where the world will land when they visit your site. This is your remote host now. So yesterday you saw where we created our website offline and we're able to view the website offline. That website, this is where all the files need to appear. If all the files appear here, then the world will see the website. So Prosper, again, did you point the domain to the name server information you were given? If you did, the website should show now. All right, so he did. Right now, it is showing this because the configuration on the server is now displaying this. Okay, the configuration of the server is now displaying this. However, for any other type of account, you should see this directory because this is where we are now. When you type the domain name, anytime you type the domain name, this is where you land. You land here. So whatever is here, you should see it. So instead of getting this error page, it is because it is not finding the index. This website is configured to look for the index. It's not finding it. That is why it is showing this. And so in your file manager, you can upload your files here. Please listen to me. This is where you are supposed to upload your files. If I upload the files here now, the website should show. To upload your files here, you click on upload, and then you click on select to go and select the files. Otherwise, you can go directly to where you created the files. The fashion sense we created, these are the files. You can highlight the files and drag and drop them here. The moment you do that, you see that it has uploaded them. All right. And it has uploaded them to this directory, public HTML. Now, if I come here and I refresh again, we should see the website. Now we are seeing the website, but something is wrong. What is wrong? The website is not accessing the images and the CSS. So if you don't upload all the files, right now when I refresh this, you see that only 3 files are uploaded. The folders we created are not uploaded, all right? And so because of that, listen to me, the website is incomplete. The website will only work when the folders are uploaded. Now, one limitation of File Manager is that it doesn't upload folders. If you have folders to upload, you need to create the folders and put the files in the folders. Sometimes your website files and folders are so many that it makes no sense to create them one by one because you need to move the files intact. One way you can do that is to zip all the files, upload them here, and then you extract them by clicking here. So in the day 6 video, you should find all of these things done. You can bring all your website files as a zip. Then you extract, and then you move the files into the public HTML folder. Alternatively, and highly recommended, you should also use an FTP client software. FTP client software. FTP client software. So all of this is in the day 6 video. FTP client software. So we mentioned a number of FTP client software. I don't know who has watched the video and who knows any of the FTP client software. If you know any of them, please type it in the chat for me. Which FTP client software do you know about? Please type it in the chat, and I want you to mention the ones we discussed in class if you have seen. So FileZilla is a very popular FTP client software. It works on both Mac, Windows, and Linux. Then there's a powerful one that I mentioned in the video. It is called WinSCP. This WinSCP, everyone here should download it. This is it. This is the icon of WinSCP. This is a powerful FTP client software that allows you to connect to your file manager or your file server and allows you to upload your files with ease. It also allows you to write SSH into your server. It is used to manage dedicated servers, VPN servers, and advanced configurations on web servers. This allows you to connect securely to your server. So the SCP stands for Secure Control Panel. It is more powerful than FileZilla, and it allows secure connection to your server. Now, whenever you log on to WinSCP, it's a software on its own. It allows you to enter your hosting details and connect to your server. We learned that 2082, when it is running over SSL, it becomes 2083. I believe you remember. 2086, when it's running over SSL, it becomes what? Who remembers what WHM port number becomes? I'm talking about port numbers now. 2086, what does it become when it is over SSL? 2086, if the server SSL becomes 2087. That same way, right now, you are doing your upload with FTP. FTP should provide you with access to your server. However, there are some secure servers like dedicated servers and VPS. You can't connect with FTP. You need to use SCP, that is Secure Control Panel, or SFTP, that is Secure File Transfer Protocol. With a Secure File Transfer Protocol, you realize that the regular port number of FTP is 21. So in networking and server management, 21 is always the port number to FTP. If FTP is secure, you can see that it also becomes 22. So you connect with FTP, not SFTP. Once you have FTP, you provide your host name, your username, and your password. If your computer is yours, you can save the details so that you can connect easily every time. Anytime you are working on a web project, you use this. This is what professionals use to upload their site to their servers. So this website we created now, I need a host name. The host name is the IP address. If it has already connected to the server, you can also use the domain name as a host name, but the domain name is not always a guarantee. That is why when you are logging on to cPanel, always use the IP address. Once you have the IP address, you know your port numbers. With the FTP client software, you don't use any port number. Just type your host name and the protocol FTP. FTP will connect to port 21. Port 21 is not to cPanel. So if you type :C 2082 here, you are making a terrible mistake. The protocol here is FTP. FTP alone connects to the file server. The file server is what we get when we go to File Manager. So this gives us access to where the files are. Provide your username and also provide your password. Once you provide your password, you have given this software all the details it requires to connect to the server. When you click on login, it will connect to the server for you. Once you see connected, it is done. So your file manager will be open over here. So you are already online. This is your local computer. This is your server. You go to public HTML and you see that the files we uploaded, they are all here. So anything you want to upload, you can just drag from your computer and drop it here. And you just upload by dragging and dropping. If you want to browse your computer, you can use this to browse your computer and move around to anywhere you want to go. You can also open to the files and folders. With here, I can drag even folders and drop, which I cannot do in File Manager, but with WinSCP, I can do. By doing this, I am uploading my website. Over here, you see uploading. Anytime you are putting something online, we call it uploading. When you are taking something from the web to your local computer, we call it downloading. So we webmasters, we don't always download, we also upload. We put things online. Now that the files are uploaded, when I refresh this, I should see the complete website. So the work you are supposed to do is that you create a website and you upload it. Use WinSCP to do your upload. You can also upload parts with File Manager, but you need to get experience connecting with WinSCP to your server and also using the File Manager as well. So you can upload the files with File Manager and you can upload the folders with WinSCP. WinSCP can upload both the files and the folders, can upload everything, but just to get experience, we want you to experience both of them. Later in the web designing class, we'll still use them. Also, in File Manager, you can upload everything when you zip, upload, extract, and move to public HTML. All right. So with this, the presentation can begin. Later on, I'll show you how to supercharge your website with Cloudflare and also get access to SSL for free. So what is important now is to ensure that your domain name is pointed to the server. And if you don't have your hosting account, send an email to support@reachafrica.com. Your details will be given to you. Once you get your details, you can log on to your cPanel like we did, and you can also log on to WinSCP and upload the website that you created. So once we visit your name, we are going to see your work. Please We are in the career training phase already. And over here, your skills is what will take you to the end of this journey. All right. So you are supposed to prove your skills as you move on. This particular training is not just about going through the lecture, but acquiring the skills for the work environment. All right. So for you to even move from one phase to another phase, you need to pass and you need to produce the skills that you are supposed to acquire. Very, very important. Produce the skills that you are supposed to acquire. So we are going to inspect your work. You are supposed to demonstrate your work. And there are very sensitive things we'll be doing moving forward that until you pass them, until you know them, you can't move forward. Please listen to that. Until you learn and you have the skills, you can't move forward. So please make sure you do everything you're supposed to do. You demonstrate the skills that you are supposed to have. This is why you need to participate fully and you need to do all your projects and be part of everything. Once we get to specialization, we will simulate a real work environment so that the projects that we work on, will feel like you are already at work. We have come to understand that that is the best way to learn new skills. When you work on projects and you work as if you're already at work. And so by the time you complete your training, you have work experience already that you can apply on the field. And so we want to start the presentation. If your website is ready, please type ready in the chat and we will call you one by one to do your presentation. If there are corrections are given, Monday you'll present again and you do your corrections on Monday. So Prosper, the files you see here, I want you to log on to your server, delete them, and then upload your work. All right, delete them and upload your work. And these details, we will send them to you. And we may change the password before sending it to you. When you get it, you can also rechange the password and log on to your account and delete the files you see now and upload your work. Please, when you are in File Manager, this directory here is important. Don't delete it. If you are clearing all the files on your file server, this was there before you came. Don't delete it, okay? Always leave it there. Always leave it there. All right, so please type ready if you are done designing your website. And please, we are inspecting everybody's work. All right, we are ensuring that you are all going through the training, you are all acquiring the skills, and you yourself, you will see that you doing the work is different from you watching the work being done and you listening. It is very, very different. So we want to ensure that everyone has done and everyone has done it and we'll move forward. All right. So please type ready in the chat and then we start the presentations now. So please type ready if you are done with your work. You were given 1 hour to work on your website. So I believe by now you are done. And I've just explained the importance of this to all of you. So let me see anyone who is done. Anyone who is done. All right, so Caleb is ready. So anyone else? So we'll take it one by one. Caleb will go first and then everyone will continue. All right, so Caleb, you've been made a presenter. You can turn on your details, your audio, your camera, if you are okay with that, and also share your screen and start your presentation now. So Caleb, over to you.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen, and please confirm if you can see my screen.
Okay. The screen is not yet showing.
Almost there.
All right, so it's showing now.
All right. So this is where I've saved my file. Um, it's here.
Okay.
Yeah. So my domain name is cotelsat.com,
Okay.
and yeah. So I'm going to open. This is my VS Code, and it is open with the live. If you see here, I've opened
Yeah.
with the live server. So
Yeah.
every change I make here is going to be displayed on the, the browser. Yeah, so
Exactly.
this is my index.html. I have the header, and the title is,
Okay.
no, this is the index. Yeah,
Okay.
so the title is Cotelsat. I've uploaded an image which is
Okay.
going to be representing my logo. I've also
Okay.
connected it to the style.css. Yeah,
Beautiful.
so I've tried to divide my codes into sections so that they can help me in doing the styling. Yeah,
Okay.
so we have a section. I've named it a top section with an image, and the top section also contains a div element with a class navbar. Yeah, so we also have a H1, which is the title of my website.
Okay.
Yeah, so with a paragraph and also an iframe. Iframe is going to display the video I've just shared, its link from YouTube.
Okay.
I've also styled my image. We also learned about image, which I've also displayed its source.
Yes.
Yeah, so the images I've saved them. I've saved them in this folder.
All right.
So I've also linked this index.html with my CSS. This is my
Okay.
CSS,
Okay.
which gives me styling for my website.
Wow.
Yeah, so index.html, I've also linked it with uh, yeah, the other
Other
links on the
pages.
nav. Yes, the other
Yeah.
pages. I've
All
also
right.
linked them so that when I access the about page in the index.html, it takes me to the about page or project or contact us
Okay.
or services. I've not done. I've done contact, projects, and
Okay.
about. Yeah, so I'm going to just open it on
The
the
browser.
browser.
Okay.
Yes, so that we see the index.html. Yeah, so this is just
Wow.
what I've done.
Wow. Wow.
Uh, yeah, there is also a small footer which I've also done there.
Wow.
So when I go to about, it comes here,
Wow.
project and contact us. Yeah, so that is just a simple one. So just to wind up, I've also connected it. I've uploaded it to my cPanel.
Okay.
Uh, Let me just, yeah, so these are my files. This is my JS.
Beautiful.
This is my
Beautiful.
images and CSS, so that when I type it on the browser, it should bring the website.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is my website.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yes.
This is incredible. I think everyone should clap for him. Everyone should clap for him. This is amazing. Keep the web page up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Let me see it. Let me see the web page. This looks incredibly
This is
well done. The code is well organized. The code is okay. The connections to CSS, your images connecting to the icon, everything is on point. Everything is done. And your web page also looks great. It looks great. It looks great. And Kotel Sats, I'm beginning to see this as a big tech company. The name looks really good. The name looks really good. Kotel Sats. Yes, it sounds like a satellite something something, and it portrays tech very, very well. It's a powerful name, and I believe this company is going to thrive if you continue to build upon it. So it's a beautiful name. Keep it up. Your work, everything. Teachers don't like to give 100%, but I'm gonna give you 100%. You've done an amazing job. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. All right. So well done, well done. And one last thing is that we are going to connect all our websites to Cloudflare. So share your screen again, and let's go through the process of connecting to Cloudflare, because Cloudflare will also give you SSL. Cloudflare will also give you SSL for you to run your website on SSL. So with HTML and CSS, look at the amazing work you've done. It already looks like a website. And the more you upgrade your skills and continue working, you can build an amazing website for yourself and for companies. Yes, so this is really, really good. All right, so go to cloudflare.com, cloudflare.com, cloudflare, cloudflare.com. And in the industry session yesterday, we learned how AWS also has a similar service called CloudFront. And Cloudflare has been there for a very long time. All right, so you need to sign up to this. And with this, we want everyone to see this, because this Cloudflare, everyone is going to use it to supercharge your website. And also, apart from supercharging, you are going to get SSL for free. So just sign up. So scroll down, let's see what the details you fill, so that everyone will see this. So everyone is going to do this. Did you click on sign up? Okay, so yes, go to the free version. So Cloudflare has several packages. You can go to free and you add your website to it, and all your projects can be in your own account. I mean, in one account, you can load as many projects as you have. So over here, they will let you create an account, and you will also um, connect your website to Cloudflare. And for you to connect your website to Cloudflare, they will give you their name servers after scanning your website. So your website needs to be working first. If your website is working, you connect it to Cloudflare. Cloudflare will collect the details of your server and give you a new name server information to send to your domain name. And that is done after they have collected all the DNS details. All right. So with this, you will create an account now, and then you add your website. So it seems it's taking time to load, but this will allow you to create your account and you add your website. So everyone will do this, and you can see that you are going to be browsing your website over SSL. And SSL is expensive, but you're going to get it for free. All right. So who else is done with the presentation as we wait for this to complete? I want to know who else is done with the presentation, the web designing. So if you are done, you do this. So please, we'll be marking the register for this. Okay, so type ready in the chat if you are done. We're marking a register. Everyone is going to demonstrate their skills, please. Everyone, everyone, everyone. And when we finish with this training in the website designing module, we'll be building professional websites with WordPress. And we all have 2 projects to work on. So these things are requirements to make it into the next phase of the training. So let's all do what we are supposed to do. If you're having challenges, you seek help. You seek help. You seek help. So over here, you are creating a password. Make sure you remember the password and then proceed after clicking on verify. Okay. So what he's doing, everyone will be doing the same, and everyone needs a Cloudflare account. So you create this, and by doing this, you get the content delivery network for free. And it gives you the solution like a big company has. Here, you are not paying for a cloud CDN, you have it for free. So now add your website here. So type your domain name, Cotelsat. I like your name so much. And this name, as you promote it, is going to start sounding good to customers and good to the population. And this is going to be a great company. All right. So good. So go down, scroll down. Please, everyone should watch this part. Scroll down. You're going to see the free version. So you select the free version and you continue. Okay. All right. So this is the most important part that I want everyone to see. So now it is scanning the website. It will scan and provide you with name server information. Once you get the name server information here, it means they have collected your details from your website or your web server. So you have to use their details now. So where you see the pending name server update, click on it. And you are going to see the new name server information they are going to give you. So once you see the name server information they are giving you, so scroll down, you'll see the name server information they are giving you. You are supposed to go to domain.com and replace it. So you see, you change it. Yes. So they already know your name server is up. You've crossed it. So you copy what they are giving you, donor.ns.cloudflare.com. That is your first line. Then you come for the Glen. So you copy and go and paste it to replace the PDDNS. So whatever they need from the PDDNS, they have collected it already. This means you can't start your website with Cloudflare. The website should start with your normal hosting company. After your hosting company has connected your site, then if your site is displaying, then you connect it to Cloudflare. So let me see how you are going to change the name server details. All right. So you can just do that like this. Edit and paste it here. Beautiful. Then copy the second line. Beautiful. All right. So click on save. And by the time you do this, Cloudflare will start connecting to this server. Cloudflare will begin the process of connecting. It's not going to take 72 hours. It's going to be done very soon. But once this is done, any other DNS configuration will no longer take 72 hours because Cloudflare can complete it in 5 minutes or less. So we are still going to be seeing pending name server update because it is now pointing to Cloudflare. When it is done, your website will now be managed by Cloudflare. So with this, what you've done now, Cloudflare will take over. We just have to wait for it. The next thing is to configure the SSL. So you see SSL at the left side, SSL TLS, click on it. SSL TLS. So once you do this well, the website is going to have SSL. So please scroll down on this page. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Let me see. All right. Scroll up again. Scroll up again. All right. Click on the configure. Let's see. And scroll down. Okay. Scroll up again. Let me see. Okay. Click on the automatic SSL. Click on the automatic, the first one, select that. Yes. And scroll down and save it. Let's see. Then on the left side, go to Edge certificates. On the left side in the navigation, Edge certificate. Okay. So scroll down slowly. Wait. No, good. This is what everyone should see. Always use HTTPS. Click on that. Always use HTTPS. Click on that. So turn it on. So once you turn this one on, I think this is the main thing we need to do. Once this is done, it is going to do the connection. So right now it is still pointing to Cloudflare. Let's wait for it to finish pointing. Then after it is done pointing, you'll check if SSL is running. If it's not running, the settings are just here. But once you've turned on, always use HTTPS, it will work. So this is what everyone needs to do to get their HTTPS working. This is very expensive, but Cloudflare gives it for free. All right, so thank you, Caleb. Well done. Very impressive. Well work. Well done. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So again, this presentation is going to be done by everyone. We are going to give you up to Monday, and please, everyone will do this presentation to move forward. All right. We have a lot to cover. We don't want to drag the lessons. We want to be working within the time of the root phase. So please, let's all get things done well. So please take notes. By Monday, everything that Caleb has done now, you should be at the same level. Your website should be done with all the details and all the requirements. You should have a logo. You should have an H1 heading. You should have navigation bar. You should have a paragraph of text. You should have a banner image. You should also have a video, and it should be connected to CSS. CSS should also be, you should use CSS. So this should be done. On Monday, you show this work and then upload it online. Upload it online. So exactly as Caleb has done, please do that. And once this is already working, over the weekend, you can connect it to Cloudflare the same way he has done. This is where we all have to go. We are on a journey together and we are all learning together to get to the destination together. So everyone should keep working. Everyone should be working. If you have a problem, you get help. We are learning together. We are not here expecting you to already know. So if your work is not, if you are struggling, you are the reason we are here. We are not here for the experts. We are here for the beginners. All right. And we are building on our skills because we have more advanced things to learn. So please, the simple things, we need to know them and be used to them. So this particular training at Rita Africa, it is not just a lecture that you come and sit through and finish. You are acquiring practical skills for the work environment, practical skills. So this is what we are cultivating within you. And this is what we are going to examine within you. All right. You will not complete, you will not go through the journey and not have the skills. So as we move on, we we check the skills and we assess the skills and we make sure that you are building the skills. All right. So please let your hands do the work and do the work. Go through the mistakes, go through the process. It is part of what everyone went through. Okay. So in this morning, we witnessed a lot of these things, and you will see that doing it yourself is very, very different from watching it in class. And the goal is not for us to come and see what the lecturer knows or what the lecturer is teaching, but for us to also be able to do it. So anything we will learn, you should be able to do it. And once you can do it, then we have achieved the reason why we are here. The reason we are here is so that you will do it. Yes, you will do it. You will do it. We are not covering any material. We are here to let you get the skills. So please do that. And you need to contribute your part, pay your price. Your price is to do the work and get the skills. And we all move forward as professionals and trained, talented, and skilled tech professionals. So I'm going to end here. On Monday, everyone will do their presentation. Come prepared. You turn on your camera, turn on your microphone, share your screen, and do a proper presentation. So get ready, get dressed for the presentation on Monday. I believe that is clear. If you have heard me and it's clear, let me see something in the chat. Please, anytime you have an issue, please send it in the in Slack, okay? Send it in Slack and also support at Rita Africa. You'll get help and also get help from your colleagues. All right. We'll be selecting a class rep, technical class rep, who will also be a point of contact to assist you. And then you also send to support, then we will assist you. So anytime you're having an issue, please get help. And moving forward, we are going to need a lot of help. So we are going to work on that so that um, we all help everyone. So please, you will not be left behind. Anything you are stuck, just get help. However, you get the help, get help, and we are going to get it done. All right. So you can see that Caleb has done very well. So most of you can contact him on Slack and let him also help you. Yes. So please don't feel shy. Don't feel like you are a beginner. Don't feel like your work is not um your work you are struggling or your work is not perfect yet. So you don't want to show it. No. We are here for serious business. We are here to ensure that you have the skills. So please, you do your best and you show whatever you've done. Yes. So Caleb is available. Caleb is available. And I believe he's going to be one of the tech supports for your class. Okay. Tech support class reps. So please, if you need help, you can do that. All right. So let's all help ourselves and we move together as skilled people. All right. So tell me what email address I should use to sign into cPanel. You don't need an email address to sign into cPanel. So for cPanel, you will be sent your hosting details. Once you are sent your hosting details, You need only your IP address and the cPanel port number 2082. Then you use the username and the password that will be given to you. The hosting details you are going to receive will contain username and password. Please copy the username and copy the password. If you copy anything else, it is not going to work. Copy the username from the details you will receive and use a password from the details you receive, and it's going to work. If your domain is ready and your hosting is not set up, please send it right away to support@retapter.com and it will be set up for you. Thank you very much. On Monday, we'll go through the presentation and we'll continue with day 8. We are still at day 7. We are just taking a pause for review and we'll continue with day 8 when we get back on track. So thank you all. Have a lovely weekend and I'm going to see you on Monday.